Have you ever wondered why, despite believing in one creator God, there are so many different religions in the world? Today, I want to share with you this reflection, which has fascinated theologians and historians for centuries. Before you start, subscribe to our channel and activate the bell. The answer is not simple, but the Bible, a sacred text for Jews and Christians, offers us some keys to understanding this complexity. Let's start from the beginning. The story of the Tower of Babel tells us of a united humanity that, out of pride, tried to challenge God by building a tower that reached the sky. As punishment, God confused the languages, dispersing men on earth. This linguistic division is considered the origin of cultural and consequently religious diversity. Each, speaking a different language, developed their own traditions, customs, and beliefs, laying the foundation for the multiplicity of faiths. It is fascinating to think how a single event could have given birth to such a varied mosaic of cultures and beliefs, each with its own richness and peculiarity. This symbolic event reminds us that differences, far from being an obstacle, are an essential part of the human experience and the divine plan. Another fundamental element is free will. God has given man the freedom to choose, including that of believing in him or not, and of interpreting divinity in a personal way. This freedom has led to the birth of different interpretations of divine reality, and consequently, to the proliferation of different religions. Imagine the vastness of human experiences and how each of them can reflect a unique aspect of divinity, creating a kaleidoscope of faiths and beliefs that together paint a complex and beautiful picture of the human search for the sacred. Every choice, every spiritual path is a reflection of our inner search, our thirst for truth and connection with the divine. The Bible also teaches us that God revealed himself to humanity gradually and progressively, through prophets, historical events, and finally with the coming of Jesus Christ, God communicated his will. However, these revelations have been interpreted and understood in different ways by each people and culture, giving rise to different religious traditions. This process of continuous revelation, in which each culture receives and interprets the divine according to its own sensitivity and historical context, shows us a God who adapts and speaks in different ways, reflecting the extraordinary diversity of humanity. Let us think about how each people, through their own history and experiences, has perceived and interpreted the divine, enriching our common spiritual heritage. Culture and history play a fundamental role in shaping religions. Religious beliefs are often deeply rooted in the cultural and historical context in which they arise. For example, ancient religions in the Middle East were closely linked to nature and agricultural cycles, while those that developed in urban environments, such as Greece and Rome, had different characteristics. This influence of the socio-cultural and historical context shows us how religions are intrinsically linked to people's daily experiences, making them relevant and significant to their lives. Religion, in this sense, becomes a language through which people express their aspirations, hopes, and fears, a bridge between the human and the divine. The covenant that God made with the people of Israel was another seminal event. This covenant, which established a special relationship between God and the Jews, profoundly influenced the development of Judaism and later Christianity and Islam. But the interpretations of this pact have been different over the centuries, contributing to religious diversity. The history of this pact and its different interpretations reminds us how dynamic and alive religious traditions are, constantly reinterpreted and renewed throughout the centuries. It is a testimony to the continuous evolution of faith, an incessant dialogue between humanity and the divine. The figure of Jesus Christ is central to Christianity. His life, death, and resurrection marked a turning point in the history of religions. Even within Christianity, the interpretations of Jesus' message have been multiple, giving rise to different denominations. This diversity within Christianity reflects the richness and depth of Jesus' message, which can inspire a multiplicity of responses and spiritual paths. Think of the infinite facets of the figure of Jesus, each of which speaks to a different aspect of the human experience, offering comfort, hope, and guidance to millions of people. Despite the diversity of religions, many believers try to promote interreligious dialogue and find common ground between different faiths. The Bible, for example, calls for love for one's neighbor, regardless of his or her religion. This message of love and mutual respect is a bridge that can unite people of different religious traditions, creating a space for understanding and collaboration. In a world often divided by conflicts and misunderstandings, interreligious dialogue becomes a beacon of hope, a path to peace and harmony. Human history, with its infinite nuances, teaches us that diversity is not a barrier, but an opportunity to enrich each other, to discover new perspectives, and to get a little closer to the divine mystery. The beauty of this multiplicity invites us to a continuous journey in search of what unites us deeply, beyond words and traditions. Imagine a world where, instead of seeing differences as obstacles, we see them as invitations to explore, understand, and embrace the vast array of spiritual experiences that humanity has to offer. In this way, we can find a deeper connection not only with others, but also with ourselves and the divine. The beauty of religious diversity lies in its ability to show us the many ways in which humanity seeks to connect with the divine. Each religious tradition is like a thread in a magnificent fabric woven with care and passion, forming a larger and more beautiful picture than any single thread could ever represent on its own. In this diversity, we find not only evidence of the creativity and richness of human experience, but also a reflection of the vastness and depth of the divine mystery. And you, have you ever had meaningful experiences with people of other faiths? Write it in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video to the end. See you next time.